All right, here we are. This is, I believe, the next video in our series. It's about what's called the screed, putting down the floor in the apartment. So this is the project sequence. I discussed this quite extensively in the last video when I was discussing the electrical work that was done. So here we are, we're moving out of the systems and into the environment phase or surroundings. So if you want me to explain this project plan, please see the previous video. I gave but this is what we're going to follow from here on out. Pending if there's some big changes, I don't think so, but it looks like this is the way it's going, and I expect this apartment to probably be done in the early to middle part of August, depending on ordering of materials. Some materials are readily available and some need to be ordered. So I learned a new word. Yarina, the project manager and designer, she kept telling me this word screed, and I was like, what is screed? Does it mean screen? Or because I just keep saying filling in the floor with concrete, but apparently it's a word. And when she used the Translate, the Google Translate gave her the right word from Ukrainian to this, and I learned something new. So it's like the strip of concrete or plaster that you put on the floor to cover up, the floor heating and the electrical connections. And then it's also the process of moving the a wooden beam across the floor to smooth it out. So we call this whole floor covering, when you're covering the electrical and the floor heating, the screed. So yeah, I learned some new English during this project, and that's what we will call this, the screed process. It's not, I haven't heard this word ever before, so it was cool to learn something like this. So yeah, here you go. This is, I think, from the thesaurus or dictionary.com. So this is what it looks like. They covered the bathroom floor, and they actually did something I haven't seen before. The person doing this screed work or concrete work put the definitions for the tiler. Usually the tile person makes this bar. This is the floor dam. The bathtub will go here, and this will be the shower area. And then the water is going to run down into the drains. So we're going to have a nice long drain here under the shower. And then this is like a floor dam. And usually I saw that the tile people build this, and they use the tiling material and pitch the floor for everything to go in the drain. But here this concrete worker did all of this and seemed to have done it with some fair amount of precision, following some good accurate measurements. This will make tiling a lot easier, a lot better to do. Might be a little bit of complexity here doing the transitions here, but I'm sure that's possible. You'll have tile at one level here and tile at another level here, but I think you can fill that in with like a bead or something, some round, something that has like a rounded corner. So yeah, I was very impressed. It's quite good. There's probably these little gaps here will all be filled in with the tiling compound or pre-tiling material. I don't know if they use some thin concrete, I think they put first, or some floor leveling material they put first, and then they actually put the tiles on top. When we got the apartment, there was a bit of a defect. The water main plumbing, this was done by Avalon, came in right on the floor. So they had to dig and route under the water main and then put a pipe in there, and we didn't fill that in. We're going to have a sensor here because this is a little bit of a risk. For leakage. So we're going to have a water sensor here and have this open so that a plumber can address it. And you can see the electrical lines are running right over the top, but they didn't fill this in with the quote-unquote screed. But here you can get an idea of how thick it is. It looks like it's about a few centimeters thick. I think around 4 centimeters thick or so to cover this up, maybe even more. I haven't got the exact dimensions, but it's a pretty substantial amount of material. Okay, so yeah, here you can see that they filled in, we got some video here, so let's see. Yeah, so here you can see they filled in the channels. I think also the electrical, we showed this, that they filled in the channels. So everything is now filled in the rooms. So this is also part of the screed work, is they had to cut out, the bedrooms were actually filled. And then they had to cut it out and lay the lines and then fill it back in. So that's done. And then here you can see the flooring. I think it takes, as I said in the last video, it takes anywhere from 3 to 7 days to dry, depending on outdoor temperature and humidity. nowadays in Lviv. As far as I understand, it's hot and humid, so it'll probably take a little time to dry. So yeah, here you see all the finished. It looks like she's able to walk on it, at least now, but I don't think you can do anything too serious. Maybe just some walking around is okay, but you can see it's still a lot of moisture, still very wet, so it'll take some time. And then we'll go to the next slide. Okay, and then, yeah, here you can see some of the work this is from before. We've seen this. We have a wire for the hood. I believe this is for the kitchen and the hood, and also maybe to light. We wanted LED lights in the cabinet, so there's a wire there. But mainly, I wanted you to pay attention to this Screed. This is also known as a subfloor, too. This is like on what the flooring will be built. The tiling will be built on this. But, it looks like we have some way to go. It's really come a long way with the apartment. We have some wires, lights. So it's really cool. And I believe this might even be the line to. This might be the air conditioning wire. I'm not sure, but or this is going outside. This again shows a transition. So the bedrooms already had the floors poured, and we had to cut it out and refit, refit the plumbing and electrical, or the heating and electrical lines. And then here's the new flooring, the Screed flooring, and I think this foam will be cut away. Pretty sure it will. If not, I definitely don't want to see it when I'm moving in, but it'll be cut away. And then next, and here's another view of the. We have this view from the electrical, but now we can also pay attention to the floor. And this is the bathroom going in. So this is the hookup for the washer. This is the hookup for the sink, and this is like electrical for the sink. And I think this is electrical for the washing machine here. So we're in a good place, and then this is electrical to power up the mirrors. The mirrors are going to have LEDs behind them, and then we have our double fan, our double exhaust fan. So this is one of the exhausts, and that's all I have. If you're interested in getting your apartment finished in Ukraine, in Lviv, drop me a line. I think you can go in the About section. There's a way to contact me through YouTube, or just leave a comment, and we'll try to get in touch. And next videos. Next steps on the walls and ceilings, I think will be coming in the next week or two. We'll see. Right now we're just getting the materials for that. I know it's a very, the walls and ceilings it's not that difficult, but it takes a long time and it's very messy. So we will see when we can do the next video. But anyway, thanks for watching, and please drop a comment and give us a like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.